N.y.a show back for another week. Let me get back. Hold on, let me get my screen right. Welcome back to the N.y.a show as we creep through another week. Well, almost, yeah, this is the last week of July. Everybody, I hate to timestamp myself, but this is the last week. Oh, well, close to the last week of July, so that I don't timestamp myself. So I hope that everybody is doing well as we creep back into another N.y.a show. And I, of course, want to start with we here in the Thomas House. We keep moving forward, so that's why I got a new short film here for you to check out. Spirit Arrested by W3 Filmed It. That is available on YouTube, starring my beautiful wife, Peace_Peace. Please be sure to follow the links below. That will always be there for you so that you can go ahead and support that, as well as how a mother is balancing life in the pursuit of dreams. An interview with actress Breyonna M. Thomas by Ajay Tambe. This is available on Spotify. So please be sure to check those two things out as we dive into a crazy, crazy, crazy week. As, of course, last week was the all week assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Then this week, coming out of Sunday, Biden, throws his hat in. You know what I'm saying? Pulled a J. Cole, threw his hat in. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was ready to fight. I'm out. So that's what's been going on now. So it's only right that I kind of roll, my story's on a roll, right? Slice into those main topics. So the first thing I'm coming with is the head of the Secret Service, takeaways from the House hearing with Secret Service Director Cheatle on the Trump assassination attempt. So one thing I could tell y'all is that they got this woman in front of the House so fast. So before I even start on anything, she is the head Secret Service Director. I don't even know how you apply to get that job. I don't know what traits that you take on to get that job. So the fact that when the veil was released, when they scratched off, it was a woman. I was surprised. So I'm like, yo, a woman made it to the top, as sexist as I know that can be, where she probably got her own story that she could tell in front of the House. But instead, of course, she's dealing with a big service failure that was under her leadership. But I'm pretty sure she has plenty of things that she could say when it comes to the Secret Service. So that I just want to throw that out there to start. But these are takeaways from that House hearing. They got her in front of the House ASAP. Let's dive into exactly what all happened. The U.S. Secret Service Director Kimberlycheatle faced off Monday with angry lawmakers from both parties who grilled her over the stunning security failures that led to the recent assassination attempt against Donald Trump. Cheatle acknowledged that there was significant problems at the Trump's rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13th, everybody, timestamp, where the former president was shot in the ear, and she didn't downplay the historical and political significance of the event because, that would have been crazy. We still be on there right now if that kid, basically was successful with what he was trying to do that day, and all these people would have been ended up going to jail. You can guarantee that all this testifying now, save it, sweetie, because it would have been some people that was going to jail. Somebody would have had to take the blame for that. Y'all know that. All right, yeah, one by one, as members of the House Oversight Committee tried to pry loose information about the security breakdown and what is being done to ensure it never happens again, Cheatle repeatedly stonewalled lawmakers' efforts to get answers and pointed to the ongoing FBI investigation. So right now, I'm pretty sure that'll get her through all of these questions with, hey, I'm not going to defile what the FBI got going on. Cheatle admits colossal failure, but won't resign right off the bat. She acknowledged that the Trump assassination attempt was the most significant operational failure in the Secret Service in decades. She later said it was the worst moment for the agency since the unsuccessful assassination attempt targeting President Ronald Reagan in 1981. I wish I had enough time to insert that. Maybe I will on Twitter have enough time to insert that whole situation back in 1981 when it was an attempt on Ronald Reagan. But even in the historic failure under her watch, she insists that she will not step down. Bipartisan lawmakers, Democrats and Republicans were both asking, considering that she resigned. The Republicans were chastising her more because, of course, she's not on their side. And I think the ultimate thing, for Joe Biden, even in this situation, would have been to even fire her in the beginning when it happened, just because at the same time they took his comments after the assassination attempt. He was getting grilled over his comments of, hey, we got to put Trump in the bullseye. So then you have this whole situation that goes down. He could have easily said, yo, how could I have been plotting and put this whole thing together with the Secret Service when I literally got rid of, who would agree to a plan where we in on it together, and I literally fire you the first step after something happens. But that's just something that they could have put out there. She says, I will remain on and be responsible to the agency, to this committee, to the former president, and to the American public. Earlier in the hearing, she said, I think I am the best person to lead the Secret Service at this time. Maybe she's right, maybe she's wrong. Only the future will tell. Republican James Comer, the GOP chairman of the committee, pressed Cheatle over whether prior to the shooting, Trump had been getting all the security he requested, because was said that they kind of split off the little Secret Service that day. They didn't give him as many as he wanted, and they had even more on Biden in wherever he was speaking that day. But at the same time, some people were chalking up to, hey, he's the president. We got to make sure that he got the most security. But from what I'm reading here is saying that Trump was given all of the security that he requested for that day by the Secret Service. That's a lot of moving around. Got to tell the Secret Service everywhere I'm going. All right. Jim Jordan also pressed Cheatle on whether she lied to the nation, because the morning after the shooting, the top spokesperson for the Secret Service forcibly denied allegation that the agency had rejected any request for additional security. For the event in Butler, there were no requests that were denied. That's what she said. Well, maybe they got tired of asking, Jordan said. That's for Republican Jim Jordan. That's what he said. Well, maybe they got tired of asking. So he was really going to spin it. She was real careful with her answers on the biggest question that was still unsolved, which was, were any Secret Service agents on the roof where the gunman, Thomas Matthew Crooks, fired the shots at Trump? Did Crooks fly a drone over the area before the rally began? Why wasn't he stopped when the people spotted him on the roof with the rifle? Because I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the video on social media of people pointing out that, there's a shooter in the presence. Like, there's a shooter here. We're just 9 days out from the incident, and there's still an ongoing investigation. So she's going to lean, and she's going to stand on that house he allowed on the stage. Before Trump took the stage on July 13th, the Secret Service had been notified between 2 to 5 times that there was a suspicious person in the area. So they were notified of this. She said the agency was still looking into the apparent communication breakdown, which led to Trump going on, even though that had been reported. Because if that had been reported and that got to all the proper channels, he would have never probably been able to get out there until they went around the area, and they probably would have seen Buddy and shot him down a little bit faster. So you guys, please be sure to continue looking more into this story about her and what's going on with her, saying that she won't resign now. But when this whole situation happened, even with the Ronald Reagan, when they said that the person at the time didn't resign then, but 8 months later that they did, because right now she's in the hot seat, but the pressure is going to come down, and she's going to eventually, I believe she's going to eventually resign. I might be wrong, but I may not be wrong. So y'all be sure to look into this story more. And I'm going to go ahead and play to close out. I want to play just the video so you can hear her speak and defend for herself.
Of the Secret Service in decades, and I am keeping him and his family in my thoughts. I would like to offer my sincerest condolences to the family of Corey Comparator, a former fire chief and a hero who was killed in this senseless shooting. I would also like to acknowledge those who were injured in Butler, David Dutch and James Copenhagen, and I wish them a speedy recovery. I would be remiss if I did not also extend my condolences on the passing of your colleague, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Ms. Jackson Lee was always engaged in the oversight of the Secret Service, and her passing is a great loss to this body. The Secret Service's solemn mission is to protect our nation's leaders. On July 13th, we failed. As a director of the United States Secret Service, I take full responsibility for any security lapse of our agency. We are fully cooperating with ongoing investigations. We must learn what happened, and I will move heaven and earth to ensure that an incident like July 13th does not happen again. Let me state unequivocally, nothing I have said should be interpreted to place blame for this failure on our federal, state, or local law enforcement partners who supported the Secret Service in Butler. We could not do our job without them. We rely on the relationships built over years of working together to secure events and conduct investigations. Our agents, officers, and support personnel understand that every day we are expected to sacrifice our lives to execute a no-fail mission.
But it is more to unfold. But this is how it is at the top of the food chain. If something happened at a job, and I did something, and somebody got hurt, or I messed up something, they may come to me first. but they're going to come to somebody else who's going to be responsible, who's going to be the one that has to go in front of the people and be like, all right, this happened. Even though it's like, I know it was this motherfucker Greg. They're going to be the one. So a lot of times she has to be the face of this whole situation. It's like, I know more involved in this than me, but I'm the face of it, so I take it on the chin. So you go ahead, you have to take it on the chin, everything that comes through. And like I said, y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are on this story. Takeaways from the House hearing with the Secret Service Director, her name was Kimberly Cheatle. But yeah, Kimberly Cheatle. Let me know what y'all thoughts are. It's the N.y.a show. And